play.
Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me okay. It's been a while. I think this is the first time I've actually been on a live watch along since the US Open, which would have been about 3 or 4 weeks ago. For those of you just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button. The match has already got underway, and Medvedev held serve without dropping a point. But you can also see from the screen in front of you that things are looking quite comfortable right now for Sasha Zverev on his serve to Medvedev. I can see just hitting a forehand into the backhand of Zverev. They're exchanging backhands right now. Has that gone wide? As it has. Yeah. So as you can see, pretty comfortable service hold already for Medvedev, and it's looking likewise for Sasha Zverev. Do join me as well in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts on this match. Who are you supporting? What are you predicting? How do you see this match going? These first two service games flying past at the kind of rate you may expect a train in Beijing to be hitting. I've seen some lovely pictures of Holger Rune, for example, zooming and whizzing around China on public transport. Also, of course, we've got later on today Carlos Alcaraz against Yannick Sinner in a highly anticipated match. I think their head-to-head is 3-3. Let's have a quick look to see what the Zverev. I would imagine that Medvedev has the upper hand against Zverev. I remember they played in Cincinnati not long ago. I think actually Zverev obviously emerging the winner in that one. But they also played in, I think, Indian Wells, where Medvedev won in 2 very closely contested sets. Probably played at the ATP finals as well, once or twice, but let's have a quick look. Medvedev holds a 9-7 advantage. So they've actually played each other 16 times. Quite a lot, I would suggest, for their stages in their career. Thank you for the like buttons, by the way. Do keep pressing those like buttons. And if you are new to the channel on YouTube, do hit subscribe. So first point dropped on serve, or first points dropped on serve, I should say, because actually Medvedev now has 2 points on the Zverev serve. 40-30. Let's get a poll going, shall we? And who you predict to win? We'll put that on YouTube so you can get voting in that. So you can vote for whichever player you think will win, not who do you want to win, but who do you think will win. I'm just posting this right now on YouTube. Medvedev or Zverev. At the moment, we're just on 2 likes on YouTube, so please do hit that like button if you are watching on YouTube or on Facebook as well. As we can see, Zverev has actually held serve, so it's 1 game all. Six minutes on the clock. Zverev, of course, coming off a title elsewhere in China, at 250 just last week. So this could be a fairly lengthy stretch of tennis for Sasha. Hi, Matthew. I didn't know. Can you let me know anything you know about that Coco match, Matthew? I'm actually just checking it out right now. So she did emerge the winner against Petra Martic. Saw Petra Martic at Wimbledon last year. I think she knocked out Pegula in a 3rd round clash. And I actually had Martic to knock out Iga Swiatek this year at Wimbledon. But yeah, I mean, she's a very, very solid player. Certainly, I can see that obviously he was 7-5, 5-7, 7-6 to the American. So it does seem quite a battle. I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing an eager type stretch from Coco. There's just too much competition on the WTA tour. I was just having a quick look at some of the stats from that match just to see if she was sort of double faulting a lot. But actually, by the way, both of them, incredibly high percentage of first serves in. They both exceeded 90% on first serves in. That has to be a false stat. Not much happening in Medvedev Zverev right now, by the way. It's 15 all. Now you can see it's already 30-15. Please do hit that like button on YouTube, by the way. Agree, Matthew. Yes, I have seen a lot of positivity regarding her. It'd be interesting to know what her live ranking is. She played Rebecca a few weeks ago. I'm probably going to say New York, and she got a bit of a beating there. So it's good to see that she forced Sabalenka into two very, very close sets there, 7-5, 7-6 to the Belarusian, world number one, of course. Medvedev goes down the tee, forcing the error, if you like, and it is 40-15 on Medi's serve. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Beijing tournament on the WTA side. Also, let me know any of your thoughts. Of course, today we've got some qualifiers happening for Shanghai, and tomorrow the tournament proper gets underway. Is that a winner for Medvedev? Wow. If that is a winner, and I think it isn't. He went out on that one. He went bigger, and it was close, but 40-30. Medi to serve. Out wide to the backhand of Zverev. Backhand Medvedev sends him more or less the wrong way, and the attempted lob from Zverev goes long. So Daniil Medvedev has held serve. We will take a very short break, and then we'll be back with you to proceed at 2-1.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. Do hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Alexander Zverev to serve at 1-2. Zverev, the number 8 seed, but having an excellent Asian swing thus far. Daniil Medvedev, of course, competing in his first tournament since the US Open in New York, where he reached the final before losing in straight sets to Novak Djokovic. Of course, this is a swing which is Djokovic-less. There's no Djokovic here. I think we won't be seeing Novak until Paris-Bercy, which will be getting underway in about just over 3 weeks from now, I believe. The next Masters 1000, it may even be a bit closer to 4 weeks, actually, from now. I just suspect we'll probably only see Novak at Paris-Bercy and the ATP finals. That would be my guesstimate. 15 love here on the Sasha Zverev serve. Do get voting in our poll on YouTube as to who you think will be emerging the winner. So far, we've had 5 votes, and all have gone the way of Daniil Medvedev. So you can see that. Get voting. Zverev goes to the backhand of Medi, forehand Zverev. Forehand Medi's pretty big, but it's not big enough. And in fact, the other forehand goes long, and we're at 30 love now on the Zverev serve. So we're into the rally here. Zverev nets on the backhand. So it's 30-15. Of course, we've got Alcaraz Sinner later on. I think that's the 7th time those two have met. So far, a 3-3 head-to-head. Was their most recent clash in Miami? Quite possibly. Anyway, it's 40-15 here for Zverev. Yeah, so the winner of this will play the winner of Sinner Alcaraz in the final. I haven't seen much of Alcaraz over the last few days in Beijing, but if you have, do let me know in the comments section whether you see him returning to form. I say returning to form, of course, he's got to the semi-finals, but one thing I did notice in the one match I did see of his, and looked like it was much more and we won't be seeing him again until the Australian Open. So he won't be competing in the United Cup. He won't be competing in any of the 250s in the build-up to that, such as I believe Adelaide. At least Adelaide was on the calendar last year, and there's normally 1 or 2 others. For example, maybe there's one in India as well, but we won't see him until the Australian Open, which kicks off on a Saturday night if you're in Europe, but Sunday if you are in Australia, because now it's going to be a 15-day event, mirroring the French Open. Let me know in the live chat what you think about that suggestion. I actually think it's a pretty good idea. I think more slams should do it, to be honest with you. It would ease the congestion for sure. Then it's not so many crazy late night finishes like 4 a.m. for Andy Murray last year, or this year's event, but it will be last year by the time the next one gets underway. Forehand Medvedev into the forehand of Zverev, and Zverev net, so it's 30 love. Those of you just tuning in, do please hit the like button. If you're wondering where I am still here, just chilling out on the sofa. Forehand return from Sasha. Should be an easy forehand for Medvedev, and it is. It's a winner. 40 love. That return was too short. It was a difficult one to return, to be fair, the serve. Medvedev goes into the net on the first serve, and it ends up going wide. So it's going to be a second serve here for Sasha Zverev to look at. Goes down the tee, forehand return. We've yet to have a deuce game in this particular encounter, and we're not going to have one here because Daniil Medvedev has held serve for 3-2. Any movements and developments on the poll? Let's have a quick look. Not really. We've got 6 votes now, and they've all gone the way of Daniil Medvedev. So very comfortable. Both players pretty comfortable on serve. As I said, we've yet to have a break point. We've yet to have a deuce. Some holds to love from Medvedev in particular. I think it's 2 of the 3 service games. Pretty good. The Asian swing does tend to sort of lend itself a little bit towards faster hard courts, which of course Medvedev likes. I think he wasn't quite so keen, for example, on the sturgy, sludgy, sort of clay-like nature to the Indian Wells surface, something that he's not keen on. But he'll be keen on the way he started this match, at least in terms of the way he's serving. And now it's a chance for him to try and make inroads on this Zverev serve. You may well be right, Rahul. You may well be right. Please, though, if you are just tuning in, especially for the first time, and you haven't done it yet, there is a button just below the screen on YouTube which says subscribe. Please do hit that subscribe button so you can help us as we try to get towards 5,000 subscribers. Maybe we'll get there by the end of the year. 17 minutes on the clock. Sasha Zverev to serve. 2-3. I hope he's fully fit too. I really do. Oh, we've got 1 or 2 votes coming in now for Zverev. Anyway, let's share the score on the screen. Zverev has won the first point of this service game, by the way. Yeah, let's fingers crossed we get a healthy Yannick Sinner and a healthy Carlos Alcaraz too, particularly after. I think his movement was marginally restricted in New York, whether it had a big bearing on his result there in terms of losing that semi-final to Medvedev, I guess we'll never know. Coming up to 7:20 local time in Beijing. Coming up to 1:20 here in Germany. 12:20, of course, if you're in the UK. And 20 past something else if you are elsewhere. Forehand Medvedev is cross court. Now it's on the backhand of Medi to the backhand of Sasha. Now on the forehand of Sasha into the forehand of Medvedev. He should be in charge at this point, but he's not won it yet. Good defense was that from... Oh, what a backhand winner that is from Daniil Medvedev. The angle he got on that one. Very, very impressive. 15-all. Who's going to be year-end number 1? Well, today's Sinner-Alcaraz match may have a bearing on that. Not that Sinner has a chance of getting out world number 1 by the end of the year, but Alcaraz certainly does. So nice to see some nice new names in the chat. I can see Olive in there. I see Rahul in there. Please do hit the like button on YouTube and subscribe to the channel if you're new. 15-all. Backhand return is into the net for Medvedev. Perhaps even by Medvedev standards, he was pretty deep for that return. Maybe even by his standards, he should have been a little bit close to the baseline. Not a lot, just the ability to get that back over the net. Okay, down the tee, serve and volley, puts it away, 40-15. And as I said, we've been very, very comfortable on serve so far. We've yet to even get to a deuce in any of the previous 5 service games. And right now it does look like it's going to be mirrored here in the 6th service game, as Zverev is 2-3, but he's 40-15. Okay, Zverev to serve, 40-15. Into the forehand of Medvedev, backhand Zverev. Backhand from Medvedev is long, and Alexander Zverev holds for 3 games all. Over to you, Daniil. Pretty high pace as well, as you would imagine from these two thus far. 21 minutes on the clock, 6 games. If you include changeovers, or don't include, changeovers, about 3 minutes a game thus far. Number 2 seed Medvedev to serve. I think there's a very, very outside chance that Medvedev can make world number 1, but he'd probably have to win just about every tournament between now and the end of the season and hope that Alcaraz and Djokovic don't win anything. So a lot of variables for Medvedev to fulfill should he wish to reach the pinnacle of men's tennis once more. Of course, he already has been a world number 1 in the past, albeit just for a few weeks at the beginning of 2022. I think Zverev, did Zverev go long there? Or was it Medvedev who erred? It was indeed Zverev forcing the error. Oh, I didn't know that, Matthew. Sinner was throwing up yesterday, was he? Okay. Well, fingers crossed that ailment doesn't affect him today. I mean, 24 hours can be a long time, but maybe it's something a bit longer term. And a run-around backhand there for Zverev. How about that? And now Zverev on the backhand, forcing Medi out wide. And now Zverev nets, so it's 15 all. Medvedev serving here. Where are you going to go with this one? You're going to go into the forehand, and it's now on the forehand of now we've got a backhand slice there from Zverev. The forehand from, oh, what a big forehand that is from Medvedev, but good defense there from Zverev. Now it's on the backhand of Medvedev. It should be too good. No good defense again from Zverev. At that time, he couldn't reach the next ball. Really good defense there from Zverev, to be fair. Where are we at with Zverev right now and compared to where he was pre-injury? I think we're close. I think we're close. I mean, in terms of his level. Forehand return is really good from Zverev, and it's forced the error from Medvedev. So we're at 30 all. Yeah, fingers crossed we have a healthy Yannick Sinner, and we have a blockbuster match later on today. Thanks, Cedric. Yep. Oh, Medvedev. What are you doing? What a winner that is from Sasha Zverev for 30-40, to the delight of him and also the crowd. Wow. He had no business winning that point. But Zverev will be disappointed with not so much that this volley here. Should be doing a lot better. Should be putting it in a very different part of the court. But Zverev punished him. 30-40, first break point in the match. What are you going to do with this serve, Medi? Where are you going with it? You are going out wide, but it's going to be a second serve. Right in the tram line, that one. So second serve, 30-40. Medvedev. Forehand return is decent, but could have been better. Backhand now from Zverev. Backhand Medvedev. Medvedev in a bit of trouble here, I would suggest. He's in a lot of trouble, but good defense there, Medi. Really good defense. Now it's Medi who's in charge of the point. Forcing Zverev from side to side. Now it's the forehand from Medvedev. Backhand Medvedev. Good depth there from Zverev. Excellent depth as well there from Medi, to be fair. We're into a pretty lengthy rally here, and it's Zverev who errs first, and we're at deuce. Wow. There were chances there. There were chances. Medvedev was very much on top of that point in the early exchanges. And now it's Zverev is needing a little breather. 25 minutes in, but that was a lengthy rally. Medvedev frowning almost. Waits to serve. Into the net on the first serve. Second serve, Medvedev. Forehand return is wild and wide. So we have advantage Daniil Medvedev. Forehand return, forehand Medvedev, forehand Zverev, forehand Medvedev. Good defense there from Zverev, really good defense. And it actually helps him win the point. He turned defense into attack, to be fair. And we're at deuce. This is turning into a pretty important game. Zverev breathing heavily a bit there, I think just mainly from the arduous points that we've seen already in this game. We've had our first break point. We've had our first deuce. This game could well be pivotal, at least for the destiny of the first set. If it's a Medvedev-Alcaraz final, are we seeing Medvedev continue to reverse the trend, or will we revert to type with a Carlos comfortable win? I think if Carlos gets there, he'll be the favourite. So we've had 2 break points for Zverev in this game, the second of which was saved by Medvedev with an ace, and now we have a game point for Medvedev after some very much needed good serving at just the right time. Getting some first serves in, including an ace. Medvedev's forehand looks pretty good today as well, so far. Not that it's a big weakness, it's just probably he's not quite as well known off that wing compared to the backhand. Oh, it was an incredible winner there for Medvedev. Incredible. Now it's his time to gesticulate to the crowd to say, hey, what do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Wow, Daniil Medvedev, take a bow. Maybe that volley from Zverev, if you want to be finicky, could have been better, but wow, Medvedev punishing him all the way. And in fact, in the end, Daniil Medvedev holds serve, saving 2 break points on the way. Some pretty epic points. Best game of the match easily by far so far. Let's take a short break and we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. Now it's over to you, Sasha Zverev. You have yet to face a break point. You have yet to be pushed to deuce in this match so far in your previous 3 service games. Will it be a 4th one to the similar effect here? Let's see. He's been serving well. He was serving well in the 250 in China as well just before this. So had a bit of more of a run up than some of his competitors, if you like, in Beijing. So should be certainly on the ground and running. And it's a good first serve from Sasha to bring up 15 love. I think after that hold from Medvedev, we've got a few tiebreak vibes right now. I mean, to be fair, for the first 6 games, we had tie-break vibes as well. It was just that last service game for Medvedev where there was some doubt over whether it would be held or not. Anyway, Sasha goes wide on the first serve. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, please do hit that like button. Get voting in our poll on YouTube as well. Who do you think is going to win this encounter? Last I saw, Medvedev was comfortably leading that. He goes long on the return there, though, so it's 30-love to Sasha. Yeah, let's have a quick look at that poll. It's a little bit closer. The gap has narrowed, 77-23. $30-love here, 3-4, Sasha Zverev to serve. Goes down the tee, it's a good first serve. And it's going to land out on the return for Medi. So it's 40-love. 3 game points for the German to make it 4-all. This serve, you are going to. The backhand return is really good for Medvedev. It's not good enough to win the point, though. But that forehand winner is. Medvedev very aggressive there. Both on the return and the forehand winner. 40-15. Clearly bouncing on the line. 33 minutes on the clock. Still 2 game points in the bag here for Zverev. As he tries to force a 4-all scenario. Zverev to serve. Goes out wide. Should win this point with a volley on top of the net. And does. 4 games all, ladies and gentlemen. Coco Gauff winning today in 3 sets. Sabalenka winning in straight sets over Katie Bolter. By the way, in this head-to-head, Medvedev holds a 9-7 advantage. Just to remind you of that scenario. There is no advantage right now for either player, though, as we see 4 games all and 15 all here on the Medvedev serve. Remember the troubles that Medvedev had for holding in the previous game. Will we see a similar scenario this time? If we do, Medvedev will be even closer to winning the set. There's a double fault to begin this service game as well from Medvedev. Can't afford too many of those at this stage. "35 minutes on the clock. Medvedev to serve. It's an ace. So he's so far double fault and ace, which is why we're at 15 all. The rain is coming down pretty hard here in Germany right now. All of a sudden, though, Medvedev is looking pretty comfortable on his serve. An unforced error there from from Zverev into the net. Bringing up 2 game points now for the Russian. Two unforced errors bringing out that scenario, bringing about that scenario, I should say. While it remains tight, of course, I will keep the poll open. So please do get voting in that poll. There's quite a few unforced errors in this game, but nevertheless, Daniil Medvedev holds serve 5-4. And now there's a bit of pressure on Sasha Zverev to hold serve as we take a short break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Tennis indeed. Sasha Zverev to serve here. 4-5, serving to stay in this first set. So this is the high pressure moment, if you like, thus far for him. He has been very convincing on serve thus far as well, yet to face a break point, the German. So probably would be telling if he suddenly did have to face one, for example, here. Of course, a break point in this particular game would actually turn out to be a set point. Four, 5, Zverev to serve. Goes down the T. Second serve here for Mehdi to look at. Medvedev returning here from a usual deep position. It's a decent backhand return. Forehand Mehdi to the backhand of Sasha. Backhand Mehdi goes into the net, so it's 15-love. What's Mannarino up to, Matthew? I'm not over this one. Oh, I see. In the final, of course. In Astana. Okay. And so, I'm guessing, was Mannarino down like 2-love, was he in this set? Because right now he's serving for the match. Just share that final there for you. It's a 250, of course, over in Astana. Last year was a 500, but now the Asian swing has returned to full effect. It's been reduced. 15-all here on the Sasha Zverev serve. So it's still quite a long way, but Medvedev is 3 points away from winning this first set. Zverev to serve. Out wide. Is that a return winner for Medvedev? If it is, it's an incredible return winner. It is. An unbelievable return winner there for Medvedev. 15-30. Wow. Daniil. Those are the kind of returns you're going to have to hit against Carlos should you end up playing him in the final. Zverev goes long on the first serve. So a second serve here, 15-30. It's a double fault from Sasha Zverev, and we've got 2 set points for Daniil Medvedev. Double fault. First double fault of the match from Sasha. What a time for that to come. $15.40. Zverev to serve. Sasha goes down the tee. Backhand return is loose. 30-40. One saved. One to go. Mannarino has 2 match points over Nastano, I see. Back here in Beijing. Although I'm actually in Germany, of course, where it's teeming down with rain. Zverev to serve. Down the tee. Forehand block return from Medvedev. Medvedev in the point, but actually puts a backhand into the net. And we're at deuce. Okay, deuce. Zverev. So 2 set points he has saved. However, this time Medvedev's going to have a second serve to look at. Mannarino still not quite over the line. 2 match points Korda has saved so far. They're at deuce over in Kazakhstan. Backhand here to the backhand of Zverev. Forehand Medvedev into the forehand of Zverev. Forehand from Medi. Backhand is loose from Zverev. And we've got a third set point for Daniil Medvedev. Over in Astana, they are into a battle there. I would love to know what this turnaround is, Matthew, though. I'm guessing that Korda was up a break in this third set, was he? Okay, Sasha to serve. Third set point he's facing. It's a good first serve from Sasha. Good backhand from Sasha. Oh, my goodness me! It's a forehand winner from Daniil Medvedev. Wow, that was a worldie. And he seals the first set in incredible style. Take a bow. Daniil Medvedev, 6-4. He sits down. The first set is done. Just wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think I need a breather.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis, indeed. Talking of which, Manarino has another match point over in Astana. Here in Beijing, Medvedev has taken the first set. And he just looks so comfortable on serve. Until that last game. Did Zverev. But there we go. Let's bring out some of the statistics for you from that first set. Yeah. Yeah, so here we are. Some statistics for you, by the way. Zverev hitting 4 winners to Medvedev's 10. The unforced error count is fairly even. Maybe the lack of winners there from Zverev may be a little surprising, especially with someone with as big a serve that he has. Didn't win as many second serve points as you would imagine. But then he probably didn't have to because only had to do it 24% of the time. Anyway, most important statistic of all, of course, is that Medvedev has won that first set. There was a double fault, I think, from Zverev in that final game as well, which was untimely, to say the least. Talking of timely, Manarino's wrapped up the 250 over in Astana. What a year he is having. Obviously, going on the back of the Newport title he won after Wimbledon as well. So, good year for the Manarino. Medvedev here serving, by the way, and he's already up 40 love. As he tries to extend his head-to-head advantage, he currently holds a 9-7 head-to-head advantage over Zverev as he seeks to make it 10-7. Forehand return from Zverev is really good and helps him win that points. It's 40-15. And he's held serve, has Mehdi, at the change of ends. To get voting in our poll, but it's probably time to finish this poll right now. As I can see, we've had 2/3 of the people suggesting that Medvedev will win and a third for Sasha Zverev. So I'm going to close this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Din, 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 din. Poll ends with 2/3 of you suggesting a Daniil Medvedev win. But bearing in mind he's obviously won that first set, I would imagine a few more people will be suggesting that he will win now as well. By the way, I love to see some new people in the chat. I saw Olive in the chat earlier. Olive Green, thank you for joining us. Rahul as well. Wonderful that you joined as well. Medvedev Alcaraz rematch. He suspects with Carlos winning this time. That does make sense to me as well, Rahul. Rematch, of course, of their US Open four-setter that Medvedev emerged the winner, somewhat surprisingly. Backhand here to the forehand of Medvedev. Forehand of Zverev is just too good. 30 love. 30 love. Just having a quick look at their head-to-head. Zverev and Medvedev. I remember them playing a couple of times this year. Just having a quick look here. Second seed Daniil Medvedev will square off against the 8th seed Alexander Zverev to book a spot in the Beijing final. Of course, Medvedev beginning in some style with that straight sets win over Tommy Paul, but it was better than just straight sets. It was 6-2, 6-1. Then de Minaur winning that one in straight sets. I think the first set was a couple of exchanges of breaks in that match, for example, but ultimately winning straight sets there as well. And de Minaur has caused him a lot of troubles in the past. De Minaur, of course, beating Andy Murray in spectacular style at this tournament. Humbert was a difficult one for him, though. 3 sets over 2 hours. Zverev overcame Schwartzman in the first round, maybe a bit of a hangover there from his 250 title, because that was a 3-setter. He got off to a slow start. Remember, he was a break down, got the break back, but ended up losing the tie break before emerging in 3 sets. Also, another 3-setter over Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, but that makes more sense. Lost the first set to the Spaniard before emerging again in 3 sets. And another 3-set thriller over Nicolas Jarry. So Zverev has been playing a lot of tennis so far in Asia, because he had also a 3-setter in his final in the preceding tournament of this 250. Nevertheless, it's 1 game all here. Yeah, so I said I'll just sort of share the head-to-head with you. As I said, it's 9-7 in Medvedev's favor. Playing in Cincinnati, where Zverev won in 3 tight sets. Oh, they also played in Rome, Medvedev upsetting him there, because I would have suggested that Zverev would have been the favourite in Rome. Of course, they had very contrasting French Opens, which was to come a few weeks later, where Zverev got to the semis, but Medvedev went out in the first round. Oh, he beat him back-to-back on clay with a win in Monte Carlo as well. Oh, and it wasn't straight sets in India, was it? It was 3 sets. Okay. So Zverev started the rivalry by winning the first 4 matches, and in fact 5 of the first 6. So if you then exclude that and then just look at the ATP Paris-Bercy tournament onwards, it's been mostly Medvedev, punctuated by a couple of wins, one in Cincinnati and one at the ATP Tour Finals. In what was the final? I remember Medvedev was very flat in that 2021 ATP Finals, the first one to be held in Turin. And they played each other in the round robin just a few days before, with Medvedev winning that one. So, yeah, a lot to be said for that. Anyway, we've got Sasha Zverev here with 2 break points, trying to break the Medvedev serve for the first time in the match. Yet to break serve. He had a couple of break points midway through that first set. Couldn't take advantage, and then when he was trying to serve it to stay in the first set, Zverev snatched it. Sorry, Medvedev snatched it, 6-4. These are the champions. Backhand into the net there from Medvedev, which has brought up those 2 break points. Got the roof closed in Beijing. Not sure if that would favour either player in particular. Medvedev has saved the first one with a very impressive first serve that was unreturnable. So we are now at 30-40. Second break point to go, though. Good first serve again from Medvedev. 2 big serves there, and we get back to deuce. Wow, that was huge. Big service hold. This one for Medvedev. 2-1, he now leads. Big one, that one, Medvedev, to save those 2 break points, and we will take a short break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. We have a target on YouTube of 5,000 subscribers. It'd be good to see if we can get there before the end of the year. Still a few months to go yet, or 3 months of the year to go. So fingers crossed we can reach that target before we get to the end of December, in about 12 weeks from now. We're currently on about 3,250, something like that. So please do hit that subscribe button and support the channel if you are new. Okay, Zverev to serve here, 1-2. How do we see this set panning out? Is it going to end up being a straight sets win for Medvedev, or are we going to go into a decider? An hour on the clock in Beijing. Chinese capital, of course, although the big tournament on the men's side is just coming up in Shanghai, getting underway. Well, it's actually already underway if you think about the qualifiers, but the first round proper is tomorrow in Shanghai. Backhand to backhand right now. Backhand Sasha into the forehand of Medi. So that forehand has been pretty special today so far. And it's Zverev who goes long on the backhand. So it's love 15. Interesting times right now. Just a reminder, Adrian Mannarino has picked up a hard court title today, 250 over in Astana. Losing the first set to Sebi Korda 6-4 before rallying back to win the next set 6-3 and then 6-2 in the decider. So Mannarino is the Astana 250 champion. Zverev goes wide on the first serve. Testing times here for the German. Okay, taking his time over this serve. Backhand return. Backhand now to the forehand of Medi. Forehand Zverev is pretty big. Not quite big enough yet to win the point, though. Medvedev is back in this rally, but he's used a lot of energy to do so. Nevertheless, his backhand is looking pretty solid thus far, though this should be a good forehand here from Zverev. Good defense there from Medi. More good defense from Medi. It's a smash here for Sasha, and he puts it away 15 all. Really good defense there from Medvedev, but in the end, even he couldn't get that smash back. 15 all. Just over an hour on the clock now. Zverev to serve. Goes down the tee. The backhand doesn't quite get over the net for Medi, and we are now at 30-15 to Sasha Zverev. I'm going to have to just close the door because winter has arrived today in Germany and I can hear some doors banging. Maybe need to close a couple of windows. Will Daniil Medvedev close the window on Sasha Zverev's Beijing chances? There we go. 40-15 here, though. Zverev now leads, so he's got 2 game points. So it's looking much better here for the German than it was at the beginning of this service game. Okay, exchanging forehands right now. Oh, Zverev is doubting that call, but I think it was just out, 40-30. Fergus Murphy in the chair. (40-30), still got a game point here, the German. Medvedev goes long on the return, so it's 2 games all, is it? Yeah, 2 games all. 1 hour, 4 minutes on the clock. So 2 games all, but Zverev, of course, is down a set. So Medvedev still very much in charge of the match, thanks to that one crucial break of serve, the only break of serve we've had so far in 14 games. 14 service games, 13 holds. Probably as you'd expect. I mean, these 2 are the best servers on tour, and in these lightning quick conditions as well. Backhand there to the forehand of Zverev. Good depth there from Sasha. Backhand Zverev. Backhand now exchanges here. Forehand Medi goes down the line. Good defense, though, from Zverev. And he goes big on that forehand, but he's gone long to his frustration. 15 love. Do hit that like button, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Goes down the tee. Good first serve there for Medi. And it's enough to help him win the point. 30 love. Okay. And it's an unreturnable serve from Medvedev, so it's 40 love now to the Russian. 3 game points for a 3-2 lead. Let's say, for those of you watching on YouTube in particular, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Can Medvedev get this done in straight sets? Let's see. That first serve is wild and wide. So a second serve here for Zverev to look at. He's down 40 love. Not quite staring down the barrel yet. Some good forehands there, though, for Medvedev. Big forehands, helping him hold serve. 3-2. Now he leads. Over to you, Sasha Zverev. Let's take a quick break and let's have a quick listen to an interview that I conducted with Coco Gauff earlier this year on her chances of finally winning her first Grand Slam, which, of course, we know how that panned out. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
So just watching the match point over in Astana, where it was an epic match point with, of course, Mannarino ultimately sealing the title, but I think it was a good 20 shots there in that rally. So Mannarino seals the title in Astana, back in Beijing. I was going to say Medvedev has 1 foot in the final. Maybe that's a slight exaggeration, bearing in mind they're on serve in the second set. But of course, he does have a big advantage, having sealed that first set 6-4. Forehand return from Medvedev, forehand from Zverev, backhand Medvedev, backhand Zverev into the forehand of Medvedev. Zverev cannot afford to lose serve here, that's for sure. And then he's love 15 down. I was just going to say the first 2 points are huge. You go love 30 down and it's really tricky. Okay, Medvedev to return serve here. Love 15. First serve is in from Zverev. Comes in for a serve and volley. A leaf out of Carlitos's, and Novak's booked that one. 15 all. Serve out wide. Come in for the volley. Boom. Point done. 15 all. 1 hour, 10 minutes on the clock. Several of you watching now on YouTube, please do hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, just click subscribe. If you all who are new click subscribe today, you would help the channel no end. Good first serve again there from Zverev, and it's another serve volley scenario. This was a smash, though, really on top of the net. So 30-15. Remember, that first set was very, very tight until we had a couple of break points for Zverev. He didn't take them. Shortly afterwards, we had 3 set points for Medvedev, and he sealed it on the third, snatching it 6-4. Boom. Now, comfortable holds really throughout this second set, though, for both players. But right now, we are at 30 all on the Sasha Zverev serve. So I wouldn't call this quite comfortable right now. It could get very uncomfortable, though, of course, if Medi was to force a break point. Zverev to serve at 30 all. Down the tee, backhand return from Medi. Medi getting his court position there. Good depth from both players here. Forehand from Medvedev. That's a little short, though. Nice low bounce there from Zverev. Zverev getting some really good angles. Good defense, though, from Medi. And ultimately, Zverev just dialing up, dialing up, dialing up. 40-30, he now leads. And he has a game point for 3-all. I know I keep saying it, but so many of you are watching right now on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. And do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you want to get some exclusive footage from Talking Tennis, then just click the join button and you can become a member. Out wide, and Medvedev gets his racket on it, but it's not enough. And we have 3 games all. So in the end, it did end up being a comfortable hold. Not a juice game to fight for there. 3 games all. Let's take a very, very short break while we listen to Aryna Sabalenka talk about her year. There were some Australian Open final vibes for me today, and I was looking at a couple of comparisons. Australia was 2 hours, 28 minutes. Today was 2:26. I'm sure you weren't aware of that. But I tell you, 4 championship points. Does that sound familiar? And were you thinking of it during that last game?
Actually, yes, I was thinking when I was down with the break in the last game, I was thinking, okay, I did it at the Australia Open, so probably I'll be able to get this win this time again, and it's actually helped me to stay focused and to have this belief in myself. And yeah, definitely this match reminds a lot of Australia Open match.
Very steady, very solid, very impressive year for Aryna. Of course, it could have been even better. Medvedev, they're getting a bit lucky with a net cord to make it 15-love. Hi, Keen, how are you doing? Please do hit the like button, and thanks for joining us. I don't know if you saw any of Manarino against Sebi Korda. Looked like a pretty epic encounter, that one. Same with Coco Gauff's match earlier today as well. But unfortunately, I didn't see either of those. So if anyone in the live chat can fill me in on either of those 2 matches, that would be great. I just know the result with Coco Gauff winning and Manarino as well winning in 3 sets to take the Astana title. So Astana done and dusted today. This, of course, will be done and dusted tomorrow. Good first serve there from Medi, meaning 30-love. Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz coming up later on today. Be interested to know your thoughts in the live chats to see as to how you think that match will pan out. Medvedev goes down the tee. It's an ace. Really good service game for him thus far. 40-love. Okay, he did get lucky with that net cord, but that aside. 1 hour, 15 minutes on the clock, and he has 3 game points for a 4-3 lead. It's going to be a second serve, though, here for Sasha to look at. Sasha just approaching that one a little bit more aggressively, but it's not enough. Daniil Medvedev holds 4-3. He now leads. So, in fact, technically, he's 2 games away from the final. Alicante Challenger, okay. I wonder where that's held specifically. But Alicante's a nice spot. I'm sure they have slightly better weather than we do here in Germany right now, where it is teeming down with rain and wind and gusts, as winter says hello for the first time here in Western Germany. I say for the first time, we've had a very sunny, very warm September and even the first couple of days of October. But today, 3rd of October, the German winter has awoken, and it may well remain for the next 6 months. I imagine in Ireland it's pretty similar, and other parts of Northern Europe too. Plenty of people, by the way, joining us right now. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. Click subscribe, please. Thank you. In Germany, it's a bit more mixed. I'm watching on Sky Sports. Are you a football fan, Keen? Some Champions League action tonight. Manchester United hosting Galatasaray. But this is not talking football. This is talking tennis. So I will be sticking to that. Right now, especially as we're at a very, very interesting moment in the match with Sasha Zverev serving at 3-4, 32 minutes for this second set so far. The first half a dozen games or so, they raced through them in that first set. I think it was just over 21 minutes or 20 minutes on the clock for the first 6 games as they comfortably held serve in that first set. But the defining moments were Sasha's inability to break serve when he had 2 break points. I think it was at 3-all. But Medvedev did manage to hold his nerve and his serve. And then it was Zverev's turn to face the pressure as he was trying to serve it to stay in the first set at 4-5. He had yet to face a break point in the entire match. And then suddenly he faced 3 all in one game as he was serving to stay in that first set. And on the third one, Medi broke and sealed the set. And that game has been the defining moment in the match so far. Will we have another nail in the coffin here, though, for Zverev? Because it is love 15 on the German serve. Second serve as well for Medi to look at here. Where are we going with this one? Backhand return, backhand Sasha, forehand Medi, backhand Sasha, backhand to backhand right now. It's an interesting duel if it remains on the backhand side. Now it's forehand though, Sasha, who dials it up, twists and turns like a little eel. And it's Medvedev who goes wide. That'll be disappointing for the Russian 15-all because there was a chance there. There was a chance for Medvedev to take the upper hand in the rally. We're going to have a quick look at the replay of this point just to see how close it was. It was super, super, super close. Millimeters from winning that point, I would argue. I mean, I think Zverev would have got his racket on it, but Medvedev would have been suddenly very much in charge of the rally. Anyway, more importantly, 15-all, 3-4. Goes out wide. Nope, second serve. Excuse me. No problem, Keen. I know you've occasionally spoken Polish in the past with our good friend Damien. Okay. Forehand to forehand right now. Bearing in mind you've been watching as well a tournament in Alicante, you should flex some of your Spanish linguistic muscles, Keen. Forehand to forehand right now. Now over to the backhand of Sasha. It's a big point, this one, at 15-all. Sasha won't want to be losing this one, or it will be squeaky bum time. Now on the forehand of Sasha, into the forehand of good angle there for Medvedev. And Sasha goes long on the forehand, 15-30. Little shake of the racket there for Medi, suggesting he's happy with that one, and so he should be. 15-30. Tense moments here for the German, number 8 seed and world number 10. But he will be creeping up those rankings, and really, he's in a very good position right now to seal a spot in Turin, what I believe will be the last spot in Turin. Medvedev, I think, is already signed, sealed, and delivered. He'll be in Northern Italy for the ATP Tour Finals. Backhand here, backhand now from Zverev. Clips the net, so he gets a bit lucky on that one. But they're very much in the rally here. It's fairly neutral. Nice low bounce there, though, for Medi to deal with. Medi changing the direction slightly there. Medi comes into the net. Is he going to win the point with this volley? Don't think he is, no. And Sasha Zverev ends up winning the point. It's due. It's 30-all. Medvedev had chances there, and it would have been 2 break points. Oh, are they, Keen? Are they indeed? It's a good shout. Good shout, Keen. Okay, so 30 all. Still a bit of pressure here, though, for the German to deal with. Is it going to be break point or game point next? That volley there, that last volley from Medvedev. I mean, it wasn't easy, to be fair, but maybe he got the angle slightly wrong at the net. Not sure. 30 all. Please do hit the like button on YouTube, and if you are new, click subscribe. Good first serve there from Sasha. But he's gone wide with the backhand, and we have a break point now for Daniil Medvedev. The first break point, I think, of this second set. It's been a super, super close match. As I said before, defined by one game. One loose service game from Sasha Zverev at 4-5 in the first set, and boom. But a loose backhand there means we've got another break point here for Medvedev. 30-40. His first break point since sealing that first set. Zverev gets his first serve in. That's crucial. Zverev comes into the net. The volley. It's not good enough, though. And Medvedev breaks serve. 5-3. The volley wasn't good enough from Zverev. Medvedev chased it down and put a forehand down the line. So, Medvedev now is at 5-3 and serving for the match and for a place in the Beijing final. Wow. Serving for the match. 6-4, he won the first set. 5-3, he's up in the second set. Serving for the match. Goes into the forehand of Zverev. Zverev nets, 15-love. We're reaching the climax potentially of this match. Over and done with in a flash. The octopus. Almost got both feet in the final, I would argue. An ace there to bring up 30-love. 2 points away now. Daniil Medvedev on the cusp, on the precipice, on the edge of reaching the Beijing final. Sort of looking a bit annoyed there, but whatever. It's an ace from Daniil Medvedev. Or did it clip the net? Yes, it is an ace. 40-love. Medvedev to serve. And it's another ace. Game, set, match. Daniil Medvedev, he is in the Beijing final where he will play either Jannik Sinner or Carlos Alcaraz. Daniil Medvedev, I repeat, winning here in straight sets over Sasha Zverev. Smiles at the end from both players. Zverev has played a lot of tennis. Of course, here in Beijing, he's played every single round. It's been a 3-setter. He also had a 3-setter in the final in his previous tournament. So it's been a lengthy 10 days or so for him already. Now he can rest up before he gets his Shanghai campaign underway, I guess at the weekend. Medvedev won't be thinking about that right now, though. Medvedev is in his ATP 500 final, and it's... is it right to say Grand Slams aside? I mean, it's been a really good year for Medvedev. I mean, the Grand Slams have been kind of hit and miss. He'll be disappointed with Australia and Paris, but he'll be reasonably happy, I guess, with his furthest Wimbledon run, albeit that it was a fairly limp semi-final. New York, there'll always be some disappointments about the final, but of course he did emerge the winner. in the semi-final over Carlos Alcaraz. Just having a quick look at the winners count for both players. Medvedev double the number of winners to his opponent, Zverev. Double. 20-10. Very impressive. So, Daniil Medvedev wins in straight sets. And we will bring this to a close now and look forward to Jannik Sinner up against... Who's he up against? Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah. So that's all to come. Please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you tune into the channel if you're new. How often are you playing tennis at the moment? Well, weather dependent, once or twice a week. Because we're still playing outside at the moment in Germany. We'll probably move indoors in the next week or so. But yeah, outdoors clay once, twice, even 3 times a week, actually, keen. Talking of the word keen, I'm keen to continue playing as often as I can. May play today. I have reserved a court, but the rain right now has certainly put that in doubt. As I just have a quick look at the quarterfinal results as well from Beijing, and of course, some of the matches, or the 2 matches remaining on the men's singles side. Alcaraz Sinner, of course, being one of them, and then the final itself, which will be tomorrow. All right, guys. Listen, big thanks for tuning in, Keen and everyone else, and you know the drill.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
if there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance. There
have matches,
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Wawrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the fifth.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or 30-50. I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes. But this is what happened. There was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, I am sure that he won. He won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he lose. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.